The 2016 Gran Premio Red Bull de España at the Circuito de Jerez saw 63 falls across the whole weekend, 3 more in total than last year, with the most coming in Moto2 and unbelievably only 2 occurring in MotoGP over the 3 days. The biggest trouble spot for riders was the infamous dry sack corner turn 6, the right hand at the end of the back straight, with 16 riders going down there, so let's take a look at some of the biggest. First up is this clash between Darren Binder and Alexis Masbou at turn 2 with 7 laps to go in the Moto3 race. Masbou just comes in a little bit too hot into the right-handed Michelin corner on the Peugeot, loses the front under braking and collects completely unaware Binder, who clearly wasn't too impressed. Up next is Alex Marquez's crash at turn 2 for the Moto2 race on just the 3rd lap. The Spaniard was running in 5th and on for his best result this season. When he tucked the front, he was left rather dejected after recording his 3rd DNF in just 4 races. Sticking with the Moto2 race now, and this was the moment Miguel Oliveira lost the front at turn 4 with just 6 laps to go. The rookie Portuguese rider was on for his first Moto2 top 10 finish, but destroyed his bike, recording his 2nd DNF in a row and walking away rather gingerly. Moving to Moto2 practice now, and this is eventual 2nd place finisher Jonas Folger going down at Dreisack during FP2 on Friday. The German rider just losing the front, as you can see from this onboard, but luckily not damaging himself or the bike too much. We'll stick with Moto2, but this time in warm-up, and Alex Rins having one of the gentlest crashes you will see this year at Dreisack. And as you can see from the onboard, he just loses the front without much warning. Luckily for the Spaniard, it didn't affect him in the race, where he would go on to secure 3rd. Another from Moto2 warm-up now, and Sam Lowe's loses the front at the fast left-handed turn 7. It was his 2nd crash of the weekend and brought his total to 6 for the season. The British rider explaining to his mechanics what went wrong, and luckily he was unhurt despite this tumble in the gravel, and he went on to win the race by over 2 seconds in the end. Moto3 free practice 2 now, and this is Jorge Navarro going down at turn 9, the Angel Nieto corner. The Spaniard just loses the front and has the rear come around on him, as you can see from the onboard. Luckily for Navarro, he was unhurt and will go on to finish 4th in Sunday's race. In Moto3 FP2, Fabio Quartararo had an absolutely huge high side coming out of the final corner onto the straight. Just check this out. On the replay, you can see just how big it is. He loses the rear and just gets catapulted into orbit. Incredibly, the Frenchman was unhurt, if a bit sore, although he would go on to crash out of the race as well. And that is your crash analysis from Jerez. Up next is the French GP on the 8th of May.